Yeah, welcome everybody to another edition of the Fly Racing RacerX podcast. This is Dallas Supercross Review. Lots to get into. A spicy meatball in the Big D. Jerry Jones was not present. I talked to an elevator operator and not there, but lots to get into when it comes to this race. Thank you to the folks at Fly Racing, flyracing.com. And if you use Pulpmx when you check out, you can save. If you have a little kidlet, they have gear. If you have a woman that rides, a girl that rides, they have gear for you as well. And of course, all the men's stuff as well. Formula helmet's amazing. The guys at Fly Racing really hang their hat on the Formula helmet. Get it? Helmet, hat. And it works really well because it's got the Breon cushioning system in it, and amongst other things, really quiet, really lightweight. And they got new graphics, of course, for 2026. The LE stuff that we saw in Seattle is available as well. Flyracing.com, everybody. Thank you to those guys for making it happen. And Cooper Webb on the box again in his Fly Racing gear. Thank you to Renthal, Maxxis, motorsport.com, Brunt Work Wear, all on board with us. We'll tell you more about them later on. But first, he's got to stop and for the anthem here, but we'll try to get him on if we can. From the TV booth, it's Jason Y again. What's up, Weege?
Yeah, that is true. I had a joke that it was the night of audibles. We had a lot of stuff planned, and everything seemed to be 90 seconds different than all the plans were supposed to be, which in TV, everything's got to be down to the second. So yeah, the anthem, just one of many things that wasn't expected to happen when it was going to happen. And then confusion and us trying to roll with it. And I feel like that will actually be a theme of this entire pod, not knowing exactly what we just saw or what just happened.
And also on a pod from Fly Racing, flyracing.com. He's a German Supercross champion, Jason Thomas. What's up, JT?
Much. I think you're talking about maybe during the pre-show, which I can tell you that the pre-show is taking years off of mine and Will Christian's life, trying to navigate things we are tasked to do, and we don't have riders to execute those. So yeah, it was that kind of night, man. We're like, you guys can't tell. Hopefully you can't really tell that it's chaotic for us, but there is a lot going down, which we have no idea what's about to happen. We're trying to make it all work.
You know what's weird in pro sports? Like, Canadian hockey games show the anthem. American hockey games do not show the anthem. American football games do not show the anthem. I don't believe. Sometimes Canadian football teams. Well, yeah, in bigger games, but I mean, just generally. Yeah.
If there's a pre-game show, they do.
Yeah, and then in Canadian football, they don't show the anthem. It's just it's a little bit of a random thing on what the sporting events are showing or not. You know,
our problem was we were expected to be 4 minutes away from the anthem, so that's when RC and I had rehearsed to talk 250 East for approximately 3.5 minutes. And then about 13 seconds into that discussion, the anthem had started. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know why it went 3.5 minutes early, but that's what we had planned. As far as I know, I mean, that was definitely the plan. And I swear 2 minutes before that, it was, hey, when we come back from break, you'll have 4 minutes. And we did.
Well, it was great. I loved it.
Yeah.
I also love Weege.
I try to be as transparent as possible. When I heard it behind me, I still don't know. Am I just hearing that? Or can the audience hear that? Like, I might just be hearing it.
Yep.
So, because I believe there was one a year or two ago where AC heard it and was like, oh, I better send it to the anthem. And then they weren't, whatever the audio situation was, they weren't ready to pick that up at that time. So then he's sending it to almost nothingness. So I didn't know which way to go. I'm like, are we prepared to take it right now or not? I really don't know right now.
Well, it made me chuckle. It made me chuckle.
Oh my
it was
gosh.
really, really good.
I heard it. I'm like, somebody tell me if you can hear this or not, because I know I can.
And so if you talk during the anthem, that's just a no-no. It's just like, that's it. Like, that's just a broadcasting no-no.
Yeah, I don't think
it's American no-no.
It's not good.
Well, I think it's a Canadian one too. I mean, they don't do it in Canada either, but I'm just like, yeah, it's weird.
I don't think what I'm saying is, I don't think it's a broadcast thing.
Yeah.
No one should be speaking during the anthem if you're just sitting in the stands drunk or doing a live TV show.
Well,
you're supposed to
Weege,
pay attention.
Yes, but when the anthem's going, you can see cameramen are running up and down and getting the shots. And, you know, like people who are working the event are working the event. Like that's their jobs, right? They're not standing there waiting for the anthem. So I feel like you guys are in the working the event class of people in my eyes, but maybe not.
Talking over it's a bit much. That was I can assure any highly patriotic fan right now that was not the plan.
we had a good race in Dallas, really good 450 man event, man, and we'll get into that and the AMA stuff as well. But a few weeks ago, I love this track. Dallas has changed so much over the years. It still gets slippery at night, but dirt's pretty mint to start, and it gets beat up and ruddy, which is so. If you would have said in 2003, "Hey man, there's gonna be huge ruts in Dallas one day," you would have went, "Nope, it's not possible." But man, those whoops were so challenging. There was 11 of them, and they were big, and they got chewed up. And like Eli Tomac, just the monster that he is like basically doubling through them at different points, right? And in that corner, JT, that you talked about on the show, that was a huge part of the race, whether it is whether you went inside or outside, or whether you navigated that corner cleanly to go all the way over the table and everything else. The track was as challenging as we've seen all year long. I had a 250 East rider tell me, "Oh, really? Now you guys are going to do this? Thanks, man, for our first round. That's awesome. I've been watching all the rounds out west, and they're like, whatever. They're pretty tame. Thanks, guys." But gnarly track, JT.
It was really tricky. Just like good dirt, but also really tricky.
Dirt?
Well, like slippery, you know, I think deceiving more than it looks great. Like you kind of walk it and you grab it and you kick it, as a lot of people do with their shoes. And it looks like it's going to be amazing, but it is far more treacherous than that. There's just a lot of nuance to it in the end. So I think it made for a great race. There's a lot to like about what we saw race wise, but as a racer, I think it always was keeping you on your toes. And we saw, I don't know, 1 million crashes throughout the day and night. And you have to think that the dirt was a big part of that.
Yeah, man, it was a tough track, and it got beat up, and not much fun. Like some of those guys, and like Mookie and Eli and even Christian, they're like, "No, I'm gonna blitz. No, I can't blitz. Nope, can't do it. Like I just can't." You know, it took everything they could to not do it because those things were so brutal.
Pierce did a good job. Pierce did a good job of hanging in there in those things.
He did a great job. Yeah, absolutely. He was really awesome and that you could make a case near the end that was the difference right there, you know, of him doing that. All right, lots to get into, of course. Weege, I love it on track walk first of all, actually, for the whoops themselves, it was hilarious. I made a comment in Glendale that I could blitz the whoops in front of AP and Savatgy, and they thought that was great. And then I proceeded to tell them some other things they also thought was really great. But at the end of the night, after everything's over, it was late. I was walking out. This car comes up to me, right next to me in the parking lot. And AP leans out and goes, "You still think you could blitz those whoops, brother?" or something. And I go, "No, man, I'm out." And he goes, Yeah. And he just drives off.
Dude, he's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. It was one of my favorite moments of the day, for sure. It was fantastic.
Some fan. There are our broadcast booth has like stands right in front of it, like we could see the spectators. Right yeah. Some guy comes in wearing like a red, white, and blue jumpsuit, like a one-piece American flag jumpsuit, a cowboy hat, and he's got long hair coming out the back. And from like a 3/4 angle, it looks exactly like AP. And so I take a photo, I send it to AP. This is like 20 minutes before opening ceremonies.
Yep.
And I'm like, "Good to see you bought a ticket tonight. Gonna watch some Supercross action." And he writes back, "Brother, I got 15th in qualifying. I might as well just sit in the stands and watch."
That's great.
He's so good.
JT should have seen this idiot on track walk. He's asking everybody, all the riders, all the track works, everybody. "Hey man, do you think if you built up that single off of the finish that you could triple that thing like all the way?" Like this was Weege's only thing he wanted to care about on track walk, asking everybody, "Hey man, think you can triple that?"
How far can the bike jump? Me in the press box. Go ahead, Weege.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, he asked me in the press box. Without the double, you build the landing up big enough. It's physically possible. Would anybody ever do it? No. Like maybe if you're like Robbie Madison on New Year's Eve, somebody would do it.
That's all he cared about, man. He was getting all the scoops from everybody.
Weege? Like you are so based in reality. You won't even watch a superhero movie, but yet you want this 175-foot triple jump.
I think it'd be a 120, which we definitely know is within the realm of possibility for a dirt bike. So here's what I think is happening. We have not seen a true Supercross triple since Anaheim one. Was there even one in San Diego? I know we haven't seen one since then.
This track had one, and then they took it out and put whoops in.
Yeah. We could talk about that, actually. They told me, what did they say, Steve? That the whoops not being in there was literally like a mistake for 2 days, and they redrew it with whoops 2 days after they came with the track maps, and they never sent the new ones out. Like there was a plan to have whoops in this track since like November. But still, are we not seeing a real Supercross triple since the opener?
I don't know. I've been getting this question from different people. I don't think so, and I don't really care. There's still a 67-foot double.
Yeah,
there.
we've had a double. It's the same thing. Like I don't know why they're doing this. To your point, it has been a thing. Which there is a change there. Yep. Yes, but the jump's kind of the same. So I'm kind of like with both of you. Like Steve's point is like the jump's the same. It's just not a triple anymore. I don't know if that changes anything. Weird.
I think the knee-jerk reaction would be to think after the Mookie Barsha thing, they have eliminated triples, which could be true, but I have not found anyone that will confirm that. No one has said that is the case. I do know the Dirtworks guy said, look, we all know that jumping the triple is not even a thing anymore. It's not
1986 anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
They said, JT, I'm sure you'd agree with this. They're like, if we could use the dirt to make a bigger landing, that's better than having a triple.
Sure. Yeah. So
I agree.
I'll give you an example. I used to do the VIP thing, as we know. Every week, somebody, like this is their one opportunity. A lot of times, they're like, "What's the easiest thing out here to do?" And I would always say the triple. The triple is the easiest. It's the easiest jump. And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, it's always the same. You get it at the same speed. It's really routine. It's super basic." So yeah, but more dirt would be better if you could use that dirt somewhere else, whether it's the landing or anywhere else is better.
Yeah. So then they said, we can kind of, if you want to have a jump that big, we could probably start using the finish line jump to be that jump. So now I'm thinking, all right, let's big air the finish line. Let's big air it out. So let's turn this. I want to see Monster Jam, Instagram, shorts, reels style, where you're like, I can't believe they're doing this these days. And I saw it. I'm like, there's a 120 footer right there.
What I don't like about that proposal is that you see a lot of people out of control into the finish line, because any sort of like qualifying position, people get loose over the finish line sometimes because they're trying to push so hard to battle for a last spot or whatever. Like think about 2019, that race where Webb and Roczen are like side by side, barely hanging on the bikes. Like you have a booter right there and you're asking for a big problem to happen. That would be my only pushback on it being on the finish line.
Imagine a guy fifth in the LCQ, Eric Kehoeing it 120 feet wide open, passing him in midair to get into the main.
It'd have to be before. It'd have to be like getting
he's
going
to be so wide open up the face. He's going to be 5 miles an hour faster. It's beautiful. Love it.
Okay.
120 foot.
That quad was 74 feet. And when I looked at it on the track, I was like, I think the top guys will do it. And then Cole Davies, Dudney, I think. I'm just like,
Davies did it first,
Davies did it first. Nobody unseated. Okay, I was just like, oh yeah, cool, man, right on. Yeah, Davies did it, and then just but like, what do I know? Like, the takeoff. The guys I talked to afterwards were like, yeah, man, the takeoff was great and it was easy. And once you did the 3 in, it was fine. But
I think that's a misnomer for a lot of people. Some people get it. Maybe this is news to. A jump like that's big, but like the technical difficulty is not that difficult because it's a big face, and really all you do is land off the 3 and gas it. Like it is. It's scary, but like after the first time, as long as those guys get the 3-3 right, then it's the rest almost takes care of itself kind of thing. Yeah. The 3 out of the corner is way gnarlier. Like if you're looking like on a technical scale, if this was like figure skating and they're like, okay, what's the degree of difficulty of this? 3 out of the corner in ruts, way more difficult than the 4 out. Yeah.
Well, I did correctly nail the whoops were big, and they were going to be a big part of the thing. So I love the. I didn't lose a bet to Ross from Dirt Jerks. Him and I were talking on the track walk, and he's like, "Hey, they're going to go over on these tables," and I'm like, "Dude, you'll be way high. It's not going to work." Like he's like, "Yeah, this thing's going to get blown out. On isn't going to work." And that's what's going to be the line. And although it didn't turn out to be the line, it was a little quicker at times if you could really nail that rut until that rut went away and everything else. So I lost a little bit of a bet there. But I thought that section was really cool too. That provided some, and even if they didn't pass, right, the guy on the left was still exciting to watch because he was in a different pattern than the guy on the inside. And the fans got excited and everything else. And then, you could see some passing up next right, going double. I love that whole section. Just replicate that a few times. Yeah. I like that.
Joe Dog had it dialed. Malcolm a few times too. And you could see Webb in the main event keep trying to do it, and the rut was just not in a condition where he could get over, because if you went on, it was slower. You had to get over.
Yeah, you had to go over. Yeah,
and then 3, right? And he kept trying. And then when I was doing the post show in that spot, he came over and was staring at it and looking at it and trying to figure out, what he could have done better, whatever. But in the end, the rut was just so janky that you really couldn't get a run to get all the way over that next table.
But they showed a great shot from behind of Hunter hitting the rut, pulling out of it to the right, and nailing it. And it was just like, the skill in that is pretty crazy too, right? But he was almost like hitting the thing so much, hitting the rut so hard it was bouncing off of it. But
what helps on there is, and I'm sure Joey was doing it, so it kind of is ruining my point a little bit. But man, like a factory tranny first gear right there, it really, really helps.
Yeah, great.
Did you say Joe with that?
Well, he doesn't have one, right?
I've heard a rumor he might now.
Okay. Well, if he does,
yes.
I can see that helping him a ton right there.
Yeah, I think he might.
We're gonna get to him because he had a good night again after his puking rental car story last week held him back. All right, lots to get into. Hey, thanks to the folks at Renthal. New merch from Renthal. I'm wearing this shirt right here, the gold bar, renthal.com. And whether it's Monster Energy Kawasaki, which we'll get to, Red Bull KTM, Factory Honda, which we'll get to, renthal.com provides you the bars and sprockets, chains, mountain bike parts, all of it. Direct-to-consumer website as well. You can just go to renthal.com and order, I don't know, Weege, you can pretty much order anything you want right from renthal.com. They'll send it right to your house.
Will they install it?
No.
Oh.
No, but Ulakowski will.
Yeah, Yulo.
Yeah.
He did actually install Renthals on multiple bikes of mine.
No,
yes.
we know that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So renthal.com, direct to consumer site, free shipping over $99. I think Phil Nicoletti just walked in my house, by the way. So yeah, he's doing the Pulp show tomorrow. He wouldn't triple in there. There's no way. We could get him on camera, but there's no way he's tripling in.
Nope.
All right. So penalties, the lack of penalties in Dallas is the big talking point in all of my group texts today. First of all, obviously we saw Joe Schmoda. He rolled the double before the finish, then rolled the finish and got passed for the lead. The red lights were on, and AMA is going to make a statement about that penalty and the red cross flag and forfeit these tomorrow. So I've reached out to some people. They're just wait till tomorrow. There's a statement on what happened and why. And they've been more transparent, and we've praised them on this podcast many times for improving, especially since the days of JT and I and the Duke and Whitelock and all of that. Like it's a lot better. So
we'll be doing an interview with them on Insider to kind of hash this out too. So I'm sure a statement will come out, but we're going to get to kind of ask them some questions this week.
Sure. So it sounds okay. So last year, if you remember at SMX in the rain, Hammaker was docked. Hammaker and Marchbanks, or Hammaker and Masterpool, 2 PC riders were docked for jumping on a light that really wasn't that visible in the rain, is what Pro Circuit was saying. And the AMA is like, no, you can kind of see it. It's yellow. Well, they got rid of that yellow because of that. So now there's just red. So they put those red lights there on that little double. It's sort of a warning, like, hey, check up. There's a flag coming out. There's something happening. Check up. And but there was no flag out on the finish line. So Joe rolled the little double. AMA said, look, there's no yellow anymore, but that was more of a yellow warning light, not a red warning light. So you need to roll. You didn't need to roll that, but you did need to keep your eyes open for the finish line caution, of which there was none. And Joe rolled it. And so AMA is basically, from what I understand, and we'll see the statement tomorrow, but in my texts and calls and everything else, AMA is like, we changed the yellow to a red light. It's a warning light, and keep an eye out for a warning. And there was no warning. There was no flag. It was not up. And Weege, you had said something about hearing that there was a remote problem with the lights last night or something, but basically the gist of it is Joe should have jumped the double and then looked and saw no flag on finish line and jumped the finish line. Now, I'm not 100% buying that, but I think that's what AMA is going to say tomorrow.
Wow, JT, floor is yours, but yeah, I don't know, man. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm reserving judgment until we hear more, right? I'm really trying to be patient, let due process happen. Because I do like these. I think these people are smart, intelligent. Ezra Lusk has been around forever. I trust his logic and judgment on these things. Mike Pelletier has always been of a sound mind, even when I disagree. Like the penalty in Ironman with Jet going, like losing a lap was insane to me. And I know it was written in the rules. You didn't really have an out, but that is insane. So I'm waiting for more. But the only thing I'll say, and I'm very confident in this take, we are asking as a sport too much of riders in the moment. You have a warning light where now Joe has to immediately recognize that there's a warning light on. Then he's got to figure out if there's actually something going on the finish line, if there's a flag there. Because once you commit to not jumping the double, you can't jump the finish line anymore, right? Like the finish line's really big. Riders are like reacting. There's so much happening. Think about how fast they're going and how much they're having to process. Now you're asking them to process a warning like pre-light versus if there's actually a real incident that they need to take precaution and roll the jumps. We have to make this more simple. And I know that's not as easy as it sounds. I fully appreciate that. But we need it to be black and white for these riders. Truly, I very much believe that. It has to be, if this is on, you don't jump. And if it's not, then you can. Like, it has to be that simple because they have to think this fast. Like, they have to make a decision about what they're going to do in the next section that quickly. And they either break or they don't. There can't be, there's no time. It's like Top Gun. You think you're dead. And I know that's not the right context, but it's a similar thing. There is no time to be thinking through a situation in the midst of it and deciding if you're going to jump. There's no time to. Like, you don't have time to figure it out. You either your brain has to jump from A to B. Light on, can't jump. It's to me, it has to be that way. Otherwise, you're always going to be asking for this situation, gray areas, and did he or didn't he, and could he see it, couldn't he? Like, you're always going to have that.
So apparently on those, again, the lights turn to red only, no yellow. And apparently on the first laps of practice qualifying, they're on to tell the riders, here's where they are on the track. Here's where they are, everybody. So here's where the danger areas are. And then apparently, and this is all like what I've been told, so I can't verify this, at the riders meeting this year, 2026, they are saying you can double on those lights. You can double on those lights. That's what I was told. You didn't used to be able to. And now there are lights on top of triples that me reading the rule book looks like you cannot, absolutely not jump on that on a triple.
Right. I just think it needs to be simplified. Right. If the light is on, don't jump.
Well, they did have it yellow, but again, visibility issues. They're like, we can't use yellow anymore. Yep. So it's kind of a crappy thing for sure for Joe, for the AMA. I believe they had him on because Derek Kelly went from the rhythm lane onto the backside of the landing of the finish line. It was phenomenal. And then he did like a quarter pipe, put his foot down and did like a quarter pipe turn on the backside and jumped back into the lane that he came off of. Very impressive, Derek Kelly. So I think it was out for that, but he was long gone by the time Joe comes in. And Weege, that might have something to do with what you were talking about, a remote not working or breaking or being too far away or something.
Well, that was, I just want people to know, you and I were both on a text with someone else who told us that. I don't know any more about that.
Oh, I thought you said that on Saturday night.
Somebody else told us that.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah.
One of our many group chats, someone said, hey, I heard it was this. So I have no idea if that's true.
Yeah. Right.
Same thing. I really was ready to hashtag never change and we've gone all the way back to where we were at the AMA 10 years ago. But until they explain, maybe there is a reasonable explanation we don't know about. I mean, I combed to the rule book. I couldn't see a thing about warning lights. Maybe I'm missing it. I am happy to hear that they did at least explain this warning situation.
Apparently, yeah.
Okay, because that was and they do, and we have what we call the media days that even Steve gets to go to now in December, and the riders go through different stations and take photos and videos and all that. One of the things they do is sit down with the AMA, so the AMA can say, hey, here are the new rules.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't say you don't know this. So if they did tell them that helps a lot. But yes, JT, there's still a problem where you can say it all you want. That ridiculous St. Louis Triple Crown a couple years ago, where the red cross came out at the finish line, I just feel like that was on the wrong side of the jump, that none of the riders' eyes were going there. And I don't think it's fair enough to just say, hey, you just need to see it and figure it out. Like, sometimes you got to be like, would you see this here? Would you be able to recognize it? Would you be able to make this judgment in this time?
But also,
Chase got screwed on that too one time. Yeah.
You're expecting a flag as it is. So now you think he's going to, like, you're expecting a checkered flag,
right?
But instead it's the medic flag, and you think that he's going to know that a medic flag is out when he's expecting the checkered flag? Like, never. That's never not. You're not looking at the flagger. You're not looking at the white. It's always going to be in your periphery. Always going to be in your periphery. So it has. That's why I'm saying they have to simplify it, because no one coming around the corner staring at a white, is it on or is it off? No, you're hoping that they happen to see it as they're coming to the jump on the side of their peripheral vision. And then if that's why I'm saying it has to be, if it's on, you don't jump. If it's not on, you can jump, because there is no other way for them to, like, they're not looking at it to start with to tell you if it's yellow, red, a stoplight, whatever, right? Like, I think they're going to tell you that, what I said, tomorrow. I think that's going to be the explanation for that. Now,
the idea that Joe could see those lights on and be like, the warning light is on, and now I've got to see when I get over this double, is there going to be a flag?
Wow.
Is there going to be a red light?
Like, yeah, it's a small double, but yes.
But the point is, like, the light is supposed to be a warning that there will be something after this. But then in this case, there was not.
Yeah.
So now he's got that warning light doesn't mean there. It's a 50-50 chance that the warning light means that there's going to be something after it.
Yeah,
I think it meant nothing. Like, that's
I think they,
much.
Yep. Yeah. No, I'm with you guys. I'm not defending it. I'm not defending it. Yeah. If you told me, hey, Chase, Pierce Brown is docked 3 points but keeps the win, I'm perfectly happy with that.
I'm kind of with you. Also, JT, I feel like Joe said this. I don't think he could have jumped the finish line after he rolled that double.
No, that's the jump's too big. Once he rolls, like, bounces into the face. If he rolled it, maybe, because he could then accelerate down. But when he bounces and then kind of stops in the face of the double, he's not jumping, right?
Right.
That's
so even if he could have made that judgment decision, it's too late anyway.
Right.
So
we're simply asking too much. And I think if you just, for a lot of people who haven't raced, right? Like, if looking at the white was a normal part of the process, then I wouldn't be making this case. But they're not. They're never looking at the white. That's never going to happen. You're never even thinking about the white. It has to be happenstance that they happen to see it when they're not even looking for it. That is such a pivotal part of this, because it's always going to be, hopefully they see it, right? Like, big medic flags where the guy's out in the track with a medic flag, that's a different story. That is impossible to miss. But a tough block that has a white in it on the side of the track that maybe you're 10 feet from, that you're not looking at anyway, we're setting ourselves up for this type of thing to happen when there's multiple options and they're trying to think of, okay, that red light's on, so then I have to think about the next jump. Is there actually an incident on the next jump? Because that's warning me that maybe there's something going on in the next jump, but I can still jump this one. Like, I don't think this is anybody's fault. I just think that the system we have is too complex for the moment to actually work. Like, I think you're going to be back in this spot again straight away at some point if it goes like this.
So Honda's pissed at that because, again, Joe gave up the lead because of that. And you could make a case on that track with the way Joe was riding. He could have held off Pierce for sure. It was 8 minutes to go or something like that. So Honda's pissed at that. And we're going to move right into the 450 main event. Hunter's leading late in the race, and there's a red cross on the finish. I posted some photos on my Instagram, and Cooper and Eli jump with the red cross being held out on the finish.
Kenny also.
Okay.
Yeah.
No penalties. Nothing. This goes back to St. Louis with Jet. It goes back to Chase as well. Got docked for this, I think, Honda days, maybe KTM. Red cross is out, and you can't jump. And now the red cross there was nothing going on, I believe. I think it was out on error, or there was a tough block, or I don't know why it was out. I never saw anything. They'll clarify this tomorrow, I assume. But either way, they jumped on a guy holding a red cross. Like, that is not allowed. You can't do that. I don't know. This is much more egregious than the Pierce Brown one to me. I can't wait for their explanation because, sorry, man. And if that guy held it out in error, that doesn't matter. You can't jump that. So I don't know how those guys didn't get penalized.
This one I have no answer for you. I don't. And I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till they give us an answer because I truly have no idea why there's no penalty.
Honda's pissed, in case you're wondering. Yes. No. Honda's pissed. Honda's not happy, in case you're wondering. Sure. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
They have been on the wrong side of this. Yeah, they have been on the wrong side of this for a few years now in a few different infractions. JT brought up Jet at Indiana. Jed at St. Louis, Hunter at High Point. Now this weekend, and they are not stoked with what's going on right now. And I don't know what they're going to say, Weege. I have no idea.
The flag thing, I mean, look, I'm not the judge and jury here, but I even saw it. If you go back and watch the broadcast, I mentioned
Yeah, you say it. Yeah.
I mean, I saw it. And again, I know it's hard for the riders to see it, but unfortunately,
Doesn't matter.
the rule has nothing to do with that, right?
Yep.
And also the rule doesn't say if it's an accident, as you were saying, Steve, if no one's down, it's okay. Like it's either a flag or it's not a flag. So this one, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Hopefully
I'm waiting to see
we're not back to hashtag never change. Hopefully we're not
Listen, we've praised them on here plenty with J-Bone and Pelletier and Yogi. So,
yeah,
it's not like we're going to hammer these guys because they are friends of ours and they've done a good job. Christina Denny, Thule, and all those. But this is clearly strange. The 451 is
the 451 to me is much tougher to defend. The 251 has nuance and rules. And to me, it's more of, I think the process and system is more flawed. Like we just need to adjust it a little bit, in my opinion. This 451, I truly have no idea. Like, I don't even have an opinion because I'm like, I don't know why. I can't give you a reason why they're not penalized.
Eli said in the press conference, no comment when asked about it. Like, he said no comment. Like,
he said, I didn't see a light. I didn't see a light on.
Yeah, I don't think that matters, Eli.
I'm not going to comment. One other thing I think that's come out of this is I didn't realize last week, Kenny had already explained on Friday that part of the reason Hunter made up 3 seconds on Kenny in one lap last week in Seattle. And apparently Ken had to go through a red cross and roll one of the rhythms. And then it was gone by the time Hunter got there. And I understand in motorsports, I mean, you watch NASCAR, dude, the yellow flag, you can get completely out of your control, saved or screwed by that. And that's just part of the randomness of racing.
Lucky dog, man. Lucky dog,
all that. Like, you time your pit and then you happen to be driving into the pit and then the yellow flag comes out, which you had no idea what was going to happen. And you're like, dude, I just lucked out. So I understand that all racing has randomness and maybe that's where we are. But I think a lot of people have realized, wait, shouldn't there be a designated amount of time? Rolling a jump, as we just saw, that's 3 or 4 seconds. That's everything. Should there be a minimum, like it has to be out for 50 seconds. So everybody has to roll it at least once. Because these are massive gains and losses based on what time you happen to get there. I wonder if that's something that has to happen.
This has been that's been a subject of my race tech rant. It absolutely has. Oh yeah.
Dude.
No, it can change a whole race. You know how hard it is to make up 3 seconds on somebody in a race.
That's exactly what we're saying about Joe.
Yeah,
we saw how many pass attempts did it took for Hunter to get around Roczen? 12.
Yeah,
incredible.
So Joe just hit a 3-second lead and he hands the lead over. Like, I mean, that is a massive difference.
But I mean, like you said too, the part of but in Seattle, we believe it was a legit rider down and the flag went away and all of that. So that could be just a nuance of racing. I don't know, but it was a subject. Yeah,
that's what we just saying. Should there be?
To
eliminate that happening. Yeah.
Couldn't you just literally say, we know the first rider that rolled until the last place rider rolls it, the flag stays out. So everybody rolls at one time.
I'm just saying, like in what we're dealing with in Dallas isn't the nuance of racing. So if you want to tell me that we're not going to change the yellow flag rule because of the nuance of racing, then cool. But I think it should. I think they should look at it. It's I don't know, man. I don't know how they're going to get away in this 451 and what they're going to talk about, but Honda's not stoked. They feel like they've been getting all the brunt of these penalties, and they have been gotten quite a few. And the gate thing. We don't need to go on and on about the gate thing and all that, but it's tough. We'll see what happens tomorrow
with Jet. You're talking about.
Yeah.
That's probably the worst penalty I've ever seen in this sport. Seriously, I don't know how you can get worse than that penalty.
So we'll see tomorrow. The statement will come out, and maybe I'll get Yogi on the Pulp show or whatever, somebody to explain it a little bit more. Because also Phil's a co-host, and he is pissed as well. So there is that
in general.
Yeah, he's just pissed in general, but he's really pissed about this. By the way, too, Weege, speaking of a dig dug, one spoke to us on track walk when we were walking out of the track. This guy spoke to us. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, we had a good convo. And then Steve is like, I didn't know dig dugs could speak. You thought they had their own language.
I thought they had their own language. Yeah, like a sand, like the sand people. in Star Wars.
Couldn't agree more, man.
Yeah. So
all about it.
He's well versed.
Right.
Yes.
And also, I don't want to forget before we get too far into this, we went to dinner Friday night with our friend Thomas, and just some guy that was like next to us picked up the tab of all of us, and there was like 8 of us. Shout out to that guy.
I think there was more than 8. I think it was like 10.
Okay, but then I don't know who that guy was. Talked to him a little bit in the pits, thanked him again, and then we got a photo at like, I don't know, midnight with Phil and the guy flipping the camera off. So yeah, Phil met him. But shout out to that guy.
I've talked to him several times. Really nice guy.
Yeah.
The thank you to him. That was incredibly nice. Yeah. Incredibly unnecessary, but nice.
So
but I think the most fun was trying to figure out who it was, because we had no idea. Well, not trying to figure out who he was, trying to figure out who paid, because somebody paid. And this bill was like 4 figures in it. Yeah. And we had no idea who did it. And we finally kind of tracked it down.
The guy told me that after talking about my buddy with the alligator arms that didn't pay for your guys' dinner, this guy thought it would be really funny to pay for everybody's dinner but mine. Revenge on me for my buddy not paying for you two. But
that's right.
Okay.
The bill, I just want to tell everybody, we get the bill at the table, and instead of a bill, it's just a drawing of a middle finger, and it says F you, Phil. And we're like, what is this? And she's like, somebody took care of it. And the only evidence we had was a drawing of a middle finger.
I beat it out of her. Not really. I did not harm anyone.
Geez.
No.
I pestered her. How about that? I pestered her until she gave up the ghost.
Yeah, I was worried if the person that paid for this was like a member of the mafia, she's done, because you got her to crack, you got her to squeal, and she was sworn to secrecy.
Didn't take long, right?
There was no waterboarding.
Flyracing.com, use code Pulpmx to save with those guys, and great company, great gear. They've got a lot more. They got off-road stuff too. I got some of their off-road stuff, and there's pockets for cell phones and your wallet and stuff. Really cool. Over the boots or under the boots, off-road gear. Patrol gear. It's called Patrol, right, JT?
New mesh coming out this week.
Oh, shit. There we go. Yeah. New mesh coming out this week. So if you off-road kooks out there, if you guys want to wear Fly Racing, check it out. And some of the great stuff out there. Thank you to Maxxis Tires as well. Maxxis.com. Vince Freeze making the main events with Maxxis Tires. Great mountain bike tires, UTV tires as well. The King was on Race Day Live, and he's a big Maxxis tire guy as well. We had a Fro. We had the King. RC showed up. Wow, it's like a old folks home of motocrossers showing up on the Race Day Live. And Maxxis.com for
great host.
Great host. Maxxis.com for more information on that. Okay. Cooper Webb led, Ken Roczen led, and in the end, Hunter Lawrence got his first win, and he got it the best way I think you want it. He passed those dudes and got his first win for Honda. Although I think, like I said, Honda was a little bit angry at some other things going on. So congrats to those guys. Congrats to Hunter. Put 3 points on Eli Tomac. And he rode a great race, Weege. He was really, really good. His fitness came through. Like after he got Kenny, now I know Kenny was pretty worked. He was sick. So, Kenny was laying it all out there. But after he got Kenny, man, he got 3 seconds right away. And I can't help but think that maybe some of his fitness and like his pouring about like, okay, go, really worked for him.
Well, he had been saying, the first 5 minutes are his worst and the last 5 minutes are his best. So he proved that. And at one point, RC and I thought that Tomac was making a run at him. But now when I went back and watched it, that I think was only because he rolled the finish line jump when that red cross is out. Because Tomac made up 3 seconds or so immediately. And then the final 4 laps, they stayed exactly the same. If not, Hunter pulling away a little bit. I'm sure in the last 2 laps, Eli's like, hey, I'm not going to get him. But anyway, what I'm pumped on this one is that I've been trying to make the argument since round 2 that this is not the typical Mr. Consistency. It just so happens that he's not winning, but this isn't, he got 4 seconds in a row because there's one other guy that's just way faster and he can't solve them. He had beaten all the guys that had beaten him. He had also beaten them at one point. We know what Dunge can't quite solve Villapoto looks like, or Chad can't quite solve Stu looks like. To me, this never looked like that. I didn't think he needed a gimme to accidentally get a win. I thought on one of these nights he would just be the best guy. Now there's proof, but I kind of since San Diego thought one of these weekends this is just going to happen.
Yeah, I'm with you too. Like he's just been straight up and great, right? I mean, would you say that he's the second fastest guy behind Eli through 7 rounds? That'd be a fair statement.
I think what's cool about it is I think it's really hard to answer that because to the same point I just made of Hunter's beating those guys on, other weekends, but he got straight up beat by Roczen at Glendale. So like, it's kind of cool that it's really hard to answer that. I think besides Eli, I don't know if you can answer that, how often do you go 7 rounds in and you really can't quite say for sure?
Yeah. I mean, JT at this point, we'll get to him, but do we just have 4 guys for this title right now? Did we lose a 5th? Did a 5th guy drop off?
Man, I honestly have 3.
Okay.
I have 3. I don't know. Maybe history is, and Steve, this has been your point a million times, but I think Kenny will have a hard time maintaining this weight. I don't want that to be true. Like Kenny's riding phenomenally well. I don't have any reason right now from what I've seen in 2026 to say that. I'm just looking at years gone by and what we've seen in the last 6 or 7 races every year. So if assuming that happens again, I think we're down to 3. It's maybe not, it's probably not fair. It's probably not fair.
That means someone else is already out also, by the way.
Oh, Sexton. Yeah. For me, that's a given. Yeah. I see nothing. I was already, I'm there. We're 27 down. I see no signs of life. The guy's an incredible rider, but it's clearly not working right now. So how could I ever say he's in the title fight right now?
I thought it was so interesting to, like I mentioned off the top, I thought it was so interesting to watch these dudes try to figure out the whoops, blitz, jump, right, left, center. I just thought that was like, I mean, when we go down this list of guys, I don't have a lot to say about some of the guys behind in the field here because I was just glued to these dudes and watching what they were doing. Like it was just so interesting to watch. These are such badass riders and they are just like, F my life. Here comes the whoops. Hang on.
Yeah. I did want to touch on Hunter before we get away from him. Both of you kind of went there, but I'd reiterate it. This is exactly how you dream of getting your first win, right? Like so often it kind of like you get the whole shot and just everything falls into place and it's easy on you. How many times have we seen it go that way? Not this. This was grit, fight. You have to pass everybody that you've, grown up watching, right? He alluded to that in the post show talking about, I'm just racing legends all the time. Like every time I have to go try to do anything, I have to beat like the best names that we've seen in a very long time in this sport. But he earned every ounce of this. Like he had to wait for it. He had to go through, like we felt like he could have won, like go all the way back to Denver 2024. If Jet's not there, he wins. He wins that night in Denver, I would say fairly easily. And he's had to go through injury last year and he's had to go through how many times we thought he was going to win this year. This was like the perfect way. I thought it was just poetic justice to get that first win because he did it. You could never take this away from him. You could never ask for more because he had to pass all of them and then hold off Tomac when he's trying to go beast mode at the end on top of it, just as like a cherry on top. You've got Eli like cranking it up and you're like, nope, not tonight. So I just thought that was an amazing way to get his first win. And like you guys are saying, like, is he the second best guy or whatever? I still have, or second fastest, I still have Eli as the guy to beat. I do. Maybe that's not fair because he's 4 points down. Maybe Hunter deserves that nod. I still have Eli as the guy to beat. But now I have Hunter as second, and I did not have Hunter as second before. I didn't. I don't know why. I just wasn't quite there yet. I hadn't seen him do what he did on Saturday is probably the reason. But I have him the second best guy now. And it's like Webb's still in this thing, we know, right? It's not like he has a clear-cut, huge advantage, but I think he deserves to get that nod. And you could make a case for him being number one. You could make a case for him being the number one rider in the world right now. Truly. That is a remarkable thing to be able to say. If you've watched the big picture arc of Hunter Lawrence, that's a remarkable thing to say.
Weege, wasn't there a stat on the broadcast, which I found pretty interesting because I'm dorky like this, like it's never gone 7 rounds without the red points leader winning a race. Stanton had won the race at the 7th round or something. Yeah.
It was kind of two things in one. No one had ever won the title if they didn't get a win by round 7. No one's ever won the title going to the 8th round without a win. But yeah, then also Hunter and Chicken, I think, was the longest anyone had ever had the red plate into a season without having a win.
Without a win, yeah. It's kind of neat to see that. And then for Hunter,
but I didn't know, this is hilarious. We know Chicken won his one and only that year while leading the points at Las Vegas. This is 1990. I didn't know that was actually round 7. So math.
We also know Chicken qualified for Loretta's in 2025 and didn't go.
Didn't show up.
We also know that too.
I
mean, really, when you think of Hunter and Chicken, very similar.
Yeah.
Very similar.
One and the same.
Yes.
So
I want to say, there's one other thing here. It checked out. We all know how unemotional Hunter is about his racing. Everybody I talked to at Honda, our guy Tommy Tenders does the Lawrence videos. He also works for us at Racer X. It checked out. From what I heard, the team was much more emotional, much more excited. Hunter was still even keeled, which is exactly what you'd expect. This is not an act. So I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Still is him.
He checked that little box.
Yeah, well, you mentioned that in the post show.
I'm like, come on, man. Give us something. Like, I love it that he's true to himself that way. But like, listen, like, if anybody has ever been on the other side of a take like that, it would be Steve, who turns nothing into like the biggest achievement that has ever happened in history. Like, Steve will win a local race, and he founded America. You know, like he's
Steve's responsible for Dustin Pipes hooking up with Suzuki and all of Ken Roczen's success on Suzuki.
And you have Hunter wins his first race, and he says, "I checked the little box."
Yeah, Timmy's stunt career.
Yes, we have a new Steve is responsible for Tim Ferry now being in the stunt business because Regis Harrington, well known in the stunt industry, you connected them in 1999,
2000.
Yep. And 25 years later, they are now hooked up business-wise, and it wouldn't have happened if not for you.
Thank you. Yep. Okay. Great job by Hunter Lawrence. Cool. 4-point lead going into Daytona. He's going to need that gap because he's going into Daytona. The only guy that got a worse start than Eli Tomac was Chase Sexton, and we will talk about him secondly. But dude, Eli was, I mean, I was watching the lead, but I saw him in 12th at one point. I think I tweeted 10th, and then he was 4th before I knew what the hell had happened.
Amazing.
I don't know what went on. I don't know if he cut the track. I have no idea. But he went from 10th to 4th in like no time, man.
I'll let Weege jump in here, but like, okay, so everybody I talk to on the podium, everybody's a little different, okay? Like if Webb had a good night, we'll chat it up because, you know, we have this fly racing relationship thing. McAdoo, we're always talking, and it's almost too much. Like he'll be talking to me while we go live at times. Like, so everybody's a little different. Deegs, not a lot, as you can imagine. Tomac really never. Like I don't want to. Kenny. So other side of that, Ken Roczen and I are always talking. Like we're talking. I'm hey, we got 5 seconds. Okay, wrap it up, and we go live. Tomac, I kind of let him do his own thing. Sometimes I'll ask him. He's really not that chatty up there before we go on camera. So I said to him, I was like, holy cow, that start, man. Like, how did you Houdini that into a 4th on the second? And he's like, he was like super animated. I was like, oh, he knows it then. Because he just doesn't typically kind of go there. And I was like, no, he knew this was unbelievable because he's immediately jumps into it. So I just wanted to share that because it's so interesting to me. Sometimes they want to talk. Most of the time they don't. But I kind of know my customer sometimes. Like I know who will talk to me and who won't. And for like one of the only times he was like, not saying Kathy as mom, but he was chatty Kathy before we went live talking about him getting into that position because he could have ruined his race with that start. It could have been over.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Great job by Tomac, and to get set. And I mean, he laid up in 4th forever, couldn't get nothing. And then we're up in the press box, and I was like, I think he might win this. Like when he was a tight 4th, I'm like, I think he might win this, man, because it's Eli Tomac. It's hard to count him out this year. And he doesn't win it, but he gets by Coop, gets by Kenny, and he rides terrific. And again, not that good in the whoops, but dude, he's figuring it out. And that was really cool to watch a guy like that, who's just an all-timer, trying to ride through those whoops. And sometimes he got it. Sometimes it was great. And other times it looked like, I don't know, like a dig dug going through. So second place for Eli Tomac
when they were a lot different, but it was still bad. Somehow, dude, I watched his lap where he went to top of the board. And I'm like, man, he's really struggling. And then he went to Q1. So I don't know what he was doing on the rest of the track.
Did you guys notice? He stopped doing the 3 in, like the 3-3-4, the last like 5 laps? I thought that really hurt his chances of catching Hunter.
No, I did not.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when we got into that zone where like you could tell Weege like setting the scene, right? Like here it is. He's within 2 seconds.
Yeah.
He stopped doing that 3 in, and I like that's an opportunity where if we have more time, or if it's like a press conference thing, I'd love to ask him like, hey, was that because the track wore down, or did you think it wasn't any slower? So you're like, but he did stop doing it. Like it was very, very clear to me. And I'm like, I don't, because I was like, he's not going to get him. If he doesn't do that 3-3-4, he's not going to get him here. And so it was just an interesting nuance.
That was 4/10 quicker to do it, according to the Dartfish people. Good job, Eli Tomac. Cooper Webb, I don't like third is good, but like that's 2 weeks in a row. Coop was leading. And when you're a defending champion, a 3-time champion, you do not want to lose leads. So yeah, probably not stoked after the race to get that third. He got Kenny late. He got pushed off the track there and then got Kenny back again. And like, yeah, it seemed like you said, Weege, at the beginning, like how many runs did Hunter and Coop take at Kenny altogether? You know, throughout the main event. 400. It was
I hope
interesting.
it's not actually more. Look, these are the 2 races where he's probably had the most of the Cooper Webb style magic, Seattle and Arlington. It's probably somewhat of a coincidence there. Like it's not like he can't do it at other races, but the fact that he couldn't pull the trick at these 2 probably makes it sting a little bit more, even though that's again probably more just a mystic thing than it is reality. There's no reason he can't do that at Birmingham or Indy or something. But I do wonder, I believe there has been this brewing thing. We know that the Star Yamaha team hates jumping the whoops. We know the great irony that the probably 2 best 450 guys known for jumping whoops are Justin Cooper and Cooper Webb. But I know they've been, from what I've heard, kind of hammering on their guys for not blitzing. And Coop kind of had the lead. He had just pretty much secured the lead on lap 1 from Kenny.
And then he jumped.
Kenny blitzed. Kenny took the lead. And then the whole rest of the race became, I got to figure out a way to get Kenny. And we saw what Hunter did. And RC, how many times did RC call it, JT? He's like, whoever gets Kenny first is going to take off.
Yeah.
And that,
you just,
yep.
Basically, like kind of opens the floodgates, right? Like it's always kind of happens that way. Yeah.
Could have been Coop.
But
I would imagine he got read the riot act when they went back to the truck on these. Yeah.
Did you hear what he said on the podium by chance? He basically just said, I was way too nice. I should have just blasted Kenny out of the way early.
Yes.
And gone about my business, right? Like, I think he was probably kicking himself already.
Although, to be fair, Coop's whoop blitzing this year, it's been tougher, but like last year, his whoop blitzing was on par. Not like Sexton or Tomac par, but pretty damn good. So he's gotten better, but he has regressed a little bit. You're right. Like Seattle, we brought this up last week in Seattle. One of the reasons he got killed was he started jumping.
He's still never as good as the best guys. Right?
No,
he's better.
Yeah,
but it's always a liability when the whoops get gnarly for him.
I actually think the opposite of Seattle. I think he tried to keep figuring out how to blitz in Seattle too much, and he should have just went to the jump line earlier. And he didn't get the jump line as well. Like Hunter really had the jump dialed late in Seattle. So I feel like the jump line, he's almost trying to go away from. We've been saying it for 7 years now. Like, how is this going to work? Well, he makes it work. And I almost feel like he's trying too hard to not do that. But then this time he didn't, and he got past him.
Tomac got to him in Seattle, I think, because Tomac was blitzing. And I think he thought he was losing time to Tomac there and was like, I got to blitz. But I don't think it was better.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I think Tomac was better blitzing.
Yeah.
I think Tomac's blitzing was better in Seattle. You guys don't think so?
But I don't think Webb's blitzing was better.
Oh, yeah. Okay, got it. Yeah. No,
right.
Yeah.
I think he's in this real battle over do I, don't I? And he's been getting on the wrong side of it multiple times. And I'm going to guarantee that he got yelled at for letting Kenny blow by in the first lap. Now, actually, what happened was Kenny got the 3 before it, and Coop didn't. But whatever, man. He's still probably going to get yelled at.
I'd love to see a photo, by the way, of when Hunter got by Kenny after that double-double in the end zone, you know? Oh, man, how close that was. I'd love to see a better shot of that. And how close they came to handlebars touching and all of that. Like, holy smokes.
85 Bears defense by Roczen for like 10 laps.
Yeah.
Insane.
What I love about these all year, the San Diego race between the 3 of them, Eli, Kenny, and Hunter, and a lot of these, JT, you can speak on this. I used to call the flat track series on TV, and they're in these mile races where they're going 120, and they're basically literally elbow to elbow, and they have such trust that there's 1 inch that would ruin we could kill each other right now. We won't. This 450 class, when you see these battles, JT, it is unbelievable the trust they have in each other, where no one ever ends up taking anybody out.
Yeah, and it's not everybody. Like if Barsha was in that mix, you wouldn't see that. I'm just telling you, like you wouldn't.
Anderson,
right? Those guys all, for the most part, keep it pretty damn clean, and that's where trust comes in. It's also skill, right? Like you trust that these are world class guys you're around, and they know exactly. Like they're like surgeons with where they put their front tire. But it's also like, I know that you can end me right here if you decide to move over, and you're not going to do that because that's just not who you are. So your point is well made.
Yeah, I love it. It's high end athletes. It's great.
I love watching like I said, the 4 of these guys go at it was really cool.
Yes.
Feld's having some good racing this year for sure. I spoke to Kenny after the race via text, and he just told me how sick he was and how happy he was that he was able to go as long as he could. And he felt pretty good about his race and all of that. I didn't get a chance to interview him officially, but we did text back and forth. Also big news in the Pipes team. Looks like they're going to get a full movie theater popcorn machine soon, and I can't wait. Aaron Pipes there is a big popcorn guy. We spent a lot of time breaking it down in the morning before track walk. So, looks like they're going to get a popcorn machine.
Wow. I won't be partaking.
Yep. I know you guys rely on me for scoops, and I'll be doing scoops of popcorn from this. Also, I was informed, and I watched the race back today, but I didn't watch the heat race when Kenny and Anderson went 1-2. I was informed that Weege, you dropped a yellow magic line.
No, not me.
Oh,
that was your other co-host of this show, sir.
You dropped a yellow magic line. Oh,
yellow magic.
Okay. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
What's it?
Yeah.
What?
We can't win here, Steve. This is a bad thing now.
Yeah, I thought you would like this.
Could I get some credit?
Oh, geez.
Can I get some credit?
You didn't invent it.
I brought it back to the mainstream.
Oh, gosh.
By the way,
your credit is everybody tweeting you about it. That's your credit. What
when is the last time, JT? I think you're getting darker. By the way, do you have like a light?
No, I think it's auto or something.
Okay.
I just didn't want to. For me to fix it, I think I got to get all in the camera.
You look like Soul Man again.
If I can mess with this thing.
Okay. Also, when was the last time Suzuki went 1-2 in a 450 heat?
Yeah, actually, JT was trying to figure that out. We thought maybe it was like when they had Reed and Dunge doing a couple of 450 races in 09. Like,
okay, yeah.
What would it have been? Because Dunge, I don't think Dunge and Moss.
It was 1-2. Barsha and Pike, I think.
Barsha Pike. I was going to bring that up. Yeah,
I saw Weston tweeted it.
I didn't know they really had any good.
He didn't say this was me. He retweeted. Somebody said it.
I didn't think that Barsha and Pike went 1-2 ever in a heat. Barsha Suzuki days are bleak.
I think it's 2014. He actually they say the race and all that. So I believe him.
It's odd because the Barsha Suzuki thing never seemed like a positive, but that was the genesis of so much better.
Yeah.
That was so much better. So much better.
Yeah, I had to fix it. And I would have been like this. So I turned the camera off.
Oh, got it.
Oh,
okay.
There we go.
So good job for Ken Roczen. Can't wait for the popcorn machine. Jason Anderson, DNF, couldn't start his bike.
Oh, God.
That is not yellow magic the last 2 weeks over there.
For this now, man. That's
Dude. Oh my I didn't realize this. He was there kickstarting his bike or attempting
2 laps. He was 2 laps down before he decided let's just roll this thing in the truck.
I mean, it's all fun and games, but if Kenny stays in this championship fight, which we all want him to, that's like a championship defining liability. Truly.
Yeah.
Like it really is.
Yep. Justin Cooper 5th. I guess good job for Justin Cooper. He really had a gap to the 4th place guy, and he had a gap behind him. So he kind of rode by himself a little bit, but that's an improvement. He's getting better. He's rough start, but the last 3 races have been better for sure.
He straight up beat Sexton. You know what I mean? Yep. Like, so I know he wants to be better, but like,
and it's
deep,
time.
Not much injuries. Whoops are gnarly, and you're still top 5. So, I think there's some positivity there.
He did an interview with our guy Anton at the end, and he said, this is like the most Justin Cooper ride ever. He said that Tomac was like 3.5 seconds ahead of him the whole time. And he's just like, man, I just wish I could get there. And I feel like that's been Justin Cooper's like top end 450 speed level like the whole time. Like he's almost right there, but he never quite gets that last 1%.
Time for Sexton corner over here. So I actually wrote this in observations. Suzuki did this with Roczen. They took a stock bike and they started adding parts to it in the RCH days, and he really worked out nicely. Well, guess what? They did that this week. I don't know if it was an Oscar thing. I doubt they read obs and decided to do it, but they took a stock bike.
Can you imagine if they did, JT?
Oh, can you imagine?
Can you imagine?
I'm not willing to imagine.
So they took a stock bike, and we all saw that X-Trigs are back on it, and they added parts. Kyle Chisholm helicoptered over for some testing. So Chiz worked with the Cowie guys, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because Chiz is going to do some PRMX stuff, I think, coming up here soon. So then they ride at the same facility. So then I think Cowie and Chiz, like, they came together. So Chiz rode Kenny's bike, right? He rode Tomac's bike. Like, you know, he's been used. He's 800 years old. So, so they really thought they nailed it. And he did look better. I thought he looked better. I thought we were in for a good night.
He did.
Yeah. And then he just, look, he got a garbage start, and I don't know why he lined up on the inside, because his starts have not been good. But even after he got clear track and he got in front and he got Justin Cooper in his sights, sort of, that's about where it ended, man. There wasn't a lot of speed. It was better than Seattle and better than Glendale, I think. Would you guys give him that?
I mean, barely.
It looked better.
Like the day as a whole, maybe. Like qualifying, I was like, all right, that was pretty good. Like I'm seeing flashes of Chase Sexton.
Yeah.
Then in the main event, like, I don't think I watched him. Truly, I did watch him on the main event start because I wanted to kind of see.
Yeah.
Wasn't good.
No.
And then I honestly never watched him after that.
I don't know why he went to the inside gate when he's been struggling with starts. Like, give yourself some room.
Yeah, but I kind of disagree, because I think your only chance is, if you're not getting good starts, is getting around the inside there, like tiptoeing around and finding a hole through. If you're not getting a good start and your jump sucks, being outside of everybody ain't going to help. I can promise you that.
No, but look what happened. And he was dead last.
I don't know. Like, I'm not saying this worked either, but I understand the philosophy, but it didn't work.
Get out
these
there
jumps
with
laylately. It's like, reminds me of that ain't it from Phil 2 years ago when he was on the KTM. When the jumps are just, I don't know, but I don't know if it's a jump as in reaction time, but the initial launch
the first
is
10
horrific.
feet. First 10 feet are not good.
Yeah.
So, like, I would love to see what he could do with these new bike settings if he got to start, but I kind of think it wouldn't be that great, to be honest. Like, he was okay when he got going, but he was doing 49s.
Okay.
But those guys were doing 48s. Yeah, he was doing 49s mid-race. He was the third fastest guy on the track a couple of times, I believe, if I remember right. So he was in the mix, but, you know, at that point, we're 10 minutes in, and it is what it is. But
I mean, I think it's fair to say we all expect more, and we're not getting it. So it doesn't mean he can't still win races this year or anything, but I'm just at a point where I'm not even, like, every race before when Chase is there, I'm like, Chase might win. He's probably going to win. Like, he's always going to be in the fight. I'm always expecting him, looking for him. He's got my attention every time he's on the track. Not right now, he doesn't. Like, I'm not even looking for him when he's on the track right now, which is crazy to me. Like, I have a hard time processing that, because I don't know that I've ever said that.
I was talking to a couple of people in his camp after the race, and I mean, they were kind of saying, like, yeah, it was okay. Like, he was running the pace of the leaders, you know, and I'm just like, to me, and I don't know if they really liked it. Shocking. I was abrupt, but I'm like, no, man, like, next to Jet, he can go faster than everybody. Like, he's not just running the same. Like, he can go faster than everybody.
Dude,
we've seen that.
San Diego, he got stuck in the gate.
Yeah.
At one point, we're like, oh my gosh, he's going to catch them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they were kind of patting themselves on the back for being, you know, on the leader's pace. And I'm like, yeah, that's not.
Yeah, we're moving the goalposts on what's expected.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
He was battling Mookie. Steve, you said the whole time, right?
No, Mookie caught him. Caught him.
It was like that. And not like Mookie's a slouch, and Mookie's riding a lot better these last 2 weeks. But
yeah, Mookie was ripping. Look at that heat race too. Mookie's heat race. Unbelievable.
Yes. But he couldn't shed Mookie, right?
No, Mookie got him at one point. Yeah. And I don't know how Chase got him back, but Mookie passed him, and then Chase got him back.
And then also, if Savatgy doesn't go down in the whoops, does Chase get 7th, or is he? Was he behind Savatgy?
I think he was.
I think we might have had another he can't get Joey. Maybe.
I mean, in the end, it's just.
Are you guys hitting the panic button? Are you panic button?
I'm not even panicking because I'm not even worried about it right now. Like I'm past. Like, am I past panic? Because panic would be like, we got to figure this out like now if we're going to be in this thing. And I'm kind of like, I don't think we're going to figure this out. So I'm not even panicking anymore. Like I'm already on like the boat is already sank. We're on a lifeboat now. So there's really no more panic. Now we're just waiting for the rescue ship to come.
Can we get some help here? Yeah, can we get a chopper?
Yeah, you were on the cruise, the buffet, the go-karts, the roller coaster, the snorkeling. It's done. Now you just want to get back to shore. That's it. It's done.
Panic button is when you see the boat taking on water and you're like, oh my God, we're going to go down in the middle of the ocean. That's panic button. That was 2 weeks ago. Now I'm on a lifeboat. The boat is at the bottom of the Atlantic. And now I'm just figuring out, okay, who's coming to get us? And it's going to be some, cruiser that's coming crossing the Atlantic to pick us up, or what are we going to do? It's going to be cold for a while.
Do you have a volleyball?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I think is under reported is that the first KTM year in Supercross was actually probably closer to this than people remember. Like he really wasn't relevant until the last maybe 4 or 5 races, and he started winning and going fast. So I'm not saying that this is over forever. He'll never win again. I mean, I just find it impossible to believe he could be that good at rounds 2 and 3, and then he will never figure it out again. I just think title-wise, it's not relevant.
No, he's going to win a race. He's going to win a race again. I do believe that. Exactly. I really do. I do.
Yes, but he's not going to win the title this year. That's what we're saying.
I mean, never say never, but I really do not believe so.
Right. Will they fix it? I think they can. Can he win again? Yes. Is it disaster for the next 3 years? No. But title-wise, I don't see how you could argue that he's in it.
After my hot takes on Prado, I'll reserve judgment and just be like, yeah, man, I'm not going to rule anything out. Yeah.
He's still Chase Sexton. He's going to win.
Yeah. I'm not saying you're saying that. I'm saying from my point of view, I'm not going to start making some grand announcements because he's Chase Sexton. Yeah. Well,
but for the title, this season.
No. It's over, Johnny.
You mentioned what rider did you mention?
Kyle Chisholm? Jorge Prado, yeah.
Not even in this race, not even in attendance. But I think it's time for the Prado portion of the podcast.
Oh.
Is there a chance that we will look back on 2025? Steve, you said this before. Being a visionary, being an early adopter is difficult. People will say that you're crazy. They will not believe what you have to say. Yeah. Is there a chance that the world will realize that Jorge Prado was a true visionary when he said he didn't like the Cowie, and people are going to look back and be like, maybe he wasn't as crazy as we thought.
Well, hold on. Let me hold on. Let me look at Marchbanks here. Hold on. Let me just, okay. So let me look at Marchbanks for a second. Okay. I don't know, Weege. Yeah. Fahey's on line 4. Pick it up.
I'm sorry. It's like Steve Jobs said, hey, you guys have these Blackberries with these keyboards, these tiny keyboards. What if I made a whole phone that was just a screen? What? That's crazy. No, that could never work. What are you, nuts?
And
just saying.
Somehow today in our group text, we were bringing it around to Phil winning a national title on a Cowie and somehow staving off any sort of anti-Cowie talk for a little while.
He is their lifeboat.
Yeah.
Steve, can you reach out to Anderson and see kind of what his thoughts are on the bike there?
Sure. Please. Absolutely. Yep. Okay. On the Suzuki or the Cowie?
No, the Cowie.
Either one?
Like, okay. Now that he's gone.
Because I don't know if he has great things about the Suzuki right now.
Well, maybe not starting the Suzuki, but I haven't. Right. And I'm half kidding about. I'm kidding about you asking him, but I would like to know from Anderson, like, hey, now that you're gone, what do you think about this bike conversation?
Do you guys know anyone?
He's the only other witness. He's the only other witness that exists.
Wow. No, absolutely not. Do you guys know that? Yeah. Do you guys know about a guy he does this Race Day Live thing? He was really fast.
AC's talked about it a ton on his.
Oh yeah, we've talked to him about it already.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we know.
AC still being like a bit involved with Cowie, publicly.
He's been pretty honest, man.
Yeah.
Like he talked about. I mean, he's not bashing the bike, but I don't think he wants to bash the bike. I think he talks about specific nuances that they have challenges with. In the end, to me, this is a Chase thing, right? Like, is the bike perfect? No. Is the bike as good as Hunter's bike, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't like every bike has issues that you have to work through, but in the end, I think this is a Chase thing that he's got to figure it out. And maybe over time he will. Like look at Weege, to your point, look at A1 of 2025 compared to 2024. He went out and smashed everybody in the second year on that bike. So doesn't mean they can't fix it. We're all just saying that it's not great right now.
I waited around last night to see if he would do any interviews. He did not.
Do you remember Nashville? Do you remember Nashville 24?
Oh,
how
God.
bad
the throttle
were
stick
over there?
Yeah. The throttle stuck in that one? Yeah.
It feels like that right now. Like, I'm not saying there's like that much tension, but it feels like situationally, they're just nowhere. Like they're nowhere in this, like, we got it figured out dynamic the way it felt.
I will also, Will Christian did talk to Theo, the crew chief, and this is before the race. So we were kind of like, oh, maybe there will be a breakthrough. Obviously, results wise, there was not. But the info she got from him did have some encouragement. That he told her
they identified
Chiz.
I didn't know about. He said we've identified a component. Is Chiz the component?
Yeah.
No,
that's
it's not
the component.
No, they said it was a piece of the bike.
They just said a component. Maybe that's Chiz.
No,
anyway, they seem to think that they had figured something out. He did say it's not going to be necessarily now we're fixed tonight, but we know where we're going here. We're going back to Florida and whatever.
Well,
maybe it's just Chiz.
I talked to a Kawasaki sort of PR man a little bit in Dallas, and combine what they're going on right now, combine that with the Jake Weimer Pulp interview. And I don't think they're really super stoked on media right now and everything, but that's okay.
I would,
yeah.
I was glad that Sexton was not that relevant to our show on Saturday because I was really afraid of him. I'm like, man, if I had to bring the Weimer thing up, I probably would have to reference where it took place. So luckily, it didn't have to say this week on the Pulpmx show.
It's a YouTube. I saw Jake Weimer on YouTube.
Your buddy, the superior announcer, the guy from Australia, he has referenced Pulp a few times. That's why he is the better announcer. So I can't wait till he's back in the booth.
You think Weege has never referenced Steve Matthes with Pulpmx on the air before?
I don't think he has.
It happened multiple.
No, I don't think he has. Lee has.
Oh, absolutely, he has.
My friend Lee has.
Lee is awesome also, but Weege has definitely done it. And I will stand for no Weege.
Okay,
slam.
Outside of the LCQ race, I don't think he has.
Oh, now we have
the next time Roczen wins, I'll give you the credit that this is all you.
Particular races.
Oh, thank you.
Now it has to be in particular races.
Wow, the LCQ thing is a default. I mean, you gotta mention it. They film it. They put it on the broadcast.
You are
okay. Anyways,
Houston.
I don't think the Weimer interview was great. I think they're super stoked on that. So,
you don't think they're super stoked on it?
No,
really?
I don't think. No, I don't think so, man. What's the opposite of super stoked?
Like I'm calling out the team manager as a liar. You don't think they love that, huh?
Didn't seem like it.
Don't think they love that.
Didn't seem like it.
Well.
No.
Didn't go over well.
No. All right, we got to move on. We got things to do. Phil and J-Mart are in my living room. Thank you to Fly Racing, flyracing.com. Pulpmx is the code to save with those guys. Joey Savatgy almost wins the heat. I was cheering for him to win the heat. I was 100% behind him trying to win that heat. And then he had a great main. Yeah, he fell late in the whoops. He felt much better. And yeah, man, this weirdo story last week kind of hurt him about getting sick and throwing up, but it's a real story here for Joey. And if he keeps this up, we got to start talking about factory spots for him. I really think so. So awesome job, Joey Savatgy.
Yeah,
killing it. Yep.
Aaron Plessinger, 8th. Mentioned AP.
Yep.
Okay. Christian Craig, he was really happy. He counted this 9th better than his 2 8s in the Triple Crown because this was a full race. He has a couple broken fingers. It doesn't bother him much. He said it did bother him that he couldn't blitz the whoops because he does not like jumping whoops, but he had no choice. So quad lock goes 7 and 9. Good job to Yariv and Marty and everybody there at Nate and everybody else. Nate gave me a carbon fiber box to hold stuff. So thanks, Nate.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Dylan Ferrandis was involved in a pretty good battle with Chase for a while. I think Chase him and were going. Yeah, they were going at it
That's right.
for a little bit.
Were.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dylan 10th on the night. Malcolm 11th. He was riding great. Like JT mentioned, that heat race was great. And then he was ripping in the main until he fell late on that table. Did you guys, I don't think you saw, I don't think it was in the broadcast, but there was like 2 or 3 laps late in the race. Eli was going out. So double outside, wheelie onto it and just zip. Dude, it was quick, but I don't think he could get the timing right all the time. But when he nailed it, holy smokes, man. Yeah. That was awesome to see Eli do that. And that's where Malcolm crashed. And I guess that top of that table was like Beirut. It was just Beirut, apparently. Super yeah. Justin Hill, 12th. Shane McElrath, 13th. Nichols, 14th. Had to go to LCQ. Vince Harrison, Morans, Tristan Lane. Anyone? Bueller?
I mean, nothing in the main. LCQ was great.
Cartwright hit Williams so hard on that quad. I don't know how Williams stayed up.
The corner after,
Cartwright did the quad and slammed into Williams.
He did.
And Weege, just to clear it up on Twitter, you did not say Williams is new to Supercross. You said he was late to get into
someone
Supercross.
Came at me and said I said he was a rookie. I did not use the word rookie. I just know that I think when he first started racing Supercross, which was a long time ago now, that it was like kind of like the Keegan Raleigh story. Like, I only started riding dirt bikes 4 or 5 years ago, and I got a pro license, like that kind of thing. That's what I was saying. Had a late start to the sport, as far as I know. I'm not saying that he just started racing Supercross in 2026.
So I was talking to somebody at Honda in the Honda camp, and they said Mitchell Harrison has been a real big issue for Hunter, and not doing it on purpose, but whether it's lapping or whether it's fast laps or anything, Mitchell Harrison is really jacking with Hunter, not on purpose, just
definitely an A2.
Getting it.
I know there was definitely an A2 problem.
And I'm not kidding you. 30 seconds after this gentleman told me this, Harrison got in Hunter's way in a fast lap in qualifying. I was like, holy smokes. And see? And I was just like, you could not have timed that any better, man. And again, Harrison, nothing on purpose, just, you know how shit goes. But yeah, but I guess Harrison, if you see Hunter just blast Harrison I'd be like, well, that was weird.
I've already had this conversation with him, but yes.
You have? Okay. Yeah. So just keep an eye on that. If you see Hunter out of character, just, sending the 41 Cowie PRMX into the stands. Jordan Smith's 450 debut. He told me after the race, 450's got a lot more power than 250s.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yep. He crashed 3 times? 4 times a lady?
He's 4 times a lady. He sent it through the whoops a few times. So hard. I was like, you're going to travel back in time. You're going so fast through these things. Like, there's no way that's sustainable, man.
So he told me at the practice track, he's unbelievable through the whoops.
Yeah.
And then he said when they get gnarly, he's got to slow down. And when he slows down, he feels like he's going too slow. I don't know, man.
I mean, he's been racing a long time. That conversation sounds like it's someone who's racing for the first time.
I just love that Jordan Smith's 450 debut went exactly how one would think Jordan Smith's 450 debut would go. That's it's just great. It's fantastic. I feel he was good after the race, but
what we're going to do for Jordan Smith is add more power and more weight and make the handling worse. It's like the guy, with the thing with
coming off of surgery, and he's coming off of surgery.
You know, the meme with Ed Harris, and he's like, now take away all their food or whatever. Like he's like, Truman Show type guy or whatever.
Yeah.
That is what they're doing with Jordan Smith. Like, give him more power, make the bike handle worse, and make it heavier. Go.
So
let things unravel.
Swollen Jordan, I was anxiously checking the Triumph PR this morning. To see exactly how that PR would go. And it was just Triumph Racing welcomes the East Coast. So they just welcomed the East Coast. Yeah, they did that. They did the East Coast. Do that. Yeah.
They did do that.
So other than that, I don't think there was much to talk about. Cartwright 20th, Anderson 21st. Marchbanks was up there until he went down in the whoops. He was 12th, 13th, something like that. Because JT, I was paying attention to him for fantasy. A lot of people had him. I could not.
When he went down because of fantasy.
Yeah, right. So bummer for G. And that's not working that well either. A lot of flying at the test track about Marchbanks to start the year. A lot of that.
It has been abysmal.
Yeah.
I know he's riding. I watch him ride.
He seems like it. Yeah. All right, that's the 450 class. Anything else from the Big D? Jerry Jones was not there, as I mentioned. Elevator operator told me that.
Did you talk to the same elevator guy that's been in that same elevator for 20 years since we've been going there?
No, I have no idea. No, I don't know.
Oh, he's the press box elevator guy.
Mm-hmm.
Has been in that elevator for 15 years.
Oh,
it's every year I talk to him, same guy. I'm like, hey man, I'm back. He's like, oh yeah, hey, we have the same conversation every year.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy to me. He's like, yeah. He's like, because I was like, you're still in this elevator, still doing the same thing. He's like, yeah, you're still here, still doing the same thing. I'm like, you're right. That's a great point. You're exactly right.
I got into one and I said, how's your day going? And she said, good. And I said, lots of ups and downs.
Oh,
yeah, I used to use that a lot. Yeah.
All right. Fly racing, 450 class from Dallas. And thank you to the folks at motorsport.com. Go through the banner and help us out. OEM and aftermarket parts, great prices. And they got a dedicated team of gearheads there to help you out. They also have a ultimate race bike sweepstakes where they're giving away a Pulpmx 250. I think Chad has worked his magic on this bike also, Weege, that they're giving away. The YZ 250, all done up from Club Pulpmx. And they also have weekly prizes from Fly Racing and many other partners of theirs. Motorsport.com, go through the banner to help us out. Maxxis, Renthal, all on board with us. Renthal's got new pedals now, Weege. Brand new pedals, but they're clip-ins. So I don't think you'll like that. But they're the Shimano clip-ins, downhill and X.
I mean, if I have to put them on the bike, we're already the clip with the clipping part won't even happen.
There's no way.
Yeah, good, great point. Yeah. Well, that's too bad.
I just wish the Gibbs brothers were still around when they watch me competing in mountain bike races here. RIP to both JD and Coy Gibbs, who watched me start a mountain bike race and I just couldn't get clipped in. And everybody's taking off. And Coy's brother, JD, I'm going so slow that he's standing on the side, but we were able to have a convo while I was in a mountain bike race. I don't know how, I feel like he was walking my speed. And he goes, do you have a problem? And I'm like, yeah, I cannot get clipped in. And this is during a mountain bike race. So I was not going very fast.
Well, Renthal's got some clip-in pedals now.
Okay.
Check it out, renthal.com. And if you were on a mountain bike with your reflectors, Weege, and your broken visor and everything else you got going on, you had Onyx Maps and you could find where to go.
Yeah, I was thinking of a perfect use case. Let's say your name is John and you're a cycling god legend and you also have a son who's really good at riding dirt bikes. Spend some of the year in Colorado, spend some of the year now in Arizona, spend a lot of time in California as well. And you just looking for places to ride your dirt bikes and your mountain bikes. Onyx Maps would be the way to do it. They got 750,000 miles of trails, be it mountain bike trails, dirt bike trails. His son, let's hypothetically say his son's name's Eli, was on a pony pod recently and said when he's done racing motocross, supercross, maybe he wants to do Erzberg Enduro. So maybe if this guy's son wants to learn trails, he could go to Onyx Maps, onyxoffroad.com in the App Store. And Eli Tomac wants to do Erzberg someday. Did you hear that on the Pony Pod?
I'm not familiar with that show. No.
I saw a quote of it from that show.
Yeah.
I don't even know that show.
Okay.
I don't know.
Anyway, Onyx
what
Maps,
that is.
Mountain bike or dirt bike or whatever it is, they'll find places for you to ride.
There's a guy named Scotty who I believe works for that show. He gave me coupons for a free cone from Dairy Queen. I think they're fake. I'm gonna try it. They look like Monopoly money. There's nothing on this piece of paper to indicate why it would be free. Why any Dairy Queen would honor this.
I mean, it's probably like a 69-cent ice cream cone. I don't think they had to recreate the U.S. currency.
I'm telling you, Scotty lives in West Texas, in the middle of nowhere, where there's armadillos and
East Texas,
tumbleweeds. Right? I don't know, but this coupon, I'm going to take it to a Vegas Dairy Queen this week. I swear I will. And I bet you they don't take it. There's no way this coupon's legit. But anyways, thanks to Scotty.
You have a lot of knowledge for a show you don't have any knowledge of.
Yeah. That is very in-depth for a show you've never heard of.
I've never heard of it. But Scotty, the manager of the Texas Dairy Queen. Okay. All right, Dallas Supercross 250s. We went over the controversy a little bit. Honestly, Joe Schmoda and Pierce Brown are super cool stories. I mean, Joe had six Supercross days on the bike. Pierce Brown, we know, broke his neck and back. This is his first race in over a year. And so super awesome stories for both of those guys. I was super happy that both of them did well.
He did try to race
good
Ironman,
job.
but didn't
Oh,
go
yeah.
well.
Oh, yeah. Right. Okay. Well, that ruins my whole narrative. But yes, he did show up at Ironman for a moto. Anyways, good job, Pierce Brown. That was awesome. He rode great all day.
He did.
Yeah.
Joe,
You know what was
Joe's
just as impressive as the go JT.
No, you're good.
No problem. You know what was just as impressive as the win? Cole Davies, you mentioned that quad, the whoop speed, all this. We were watching that first practice and just watching Cole Davies like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But Pierce Brown was actually faster. To me, that was just as impressive, honestly, as the main event win.
Well, Brown was faster. Then Cole Davies went to him, and then Brown got him again with another lap. Like, you were like, wait, what? Like, it wasn't. Yeah. So Pierce like backed it up with like 2 laps that were like great. And he wasn't doing that quad then. And it was 4/10, and he was still faster.
Yeah. Yeah. So I know that Davies was awesome and Hammaker didn't have a great race, but I feel like that legitimizes the night even a little more to know that. And Joe, whatever the red thing was, the red light deal, I'm just saying like that legitimizes it even more of how good Pierce was.
Saw Joe on track walk, and I was talking to him a little bit. And then, first of all, he doesn't work with Nick Way anymore, but he told me racers race. And if that's not a Nick Way thing, I don't know what is.
Oh, okay.
So he told me racers race. And then I said to him, well, I said, the good thing about you, like you got such great technique and you're like so smooth on a bike. Like I imagine that if your fitness wasn't there, it doesn't really matter where it needs to be because you're so good on a bike and like you ride effortlessly. And they looked at me and said, my fitness is not there. And I said, yeah. That's the whole, that was the whole point, Joe. I was like explaining to you, like you should be fine. I was trying to pump him up. So anyways, I don't think it really worked.
I want to give a lot of credit to Justin Brayton because I was kind of like everybody.
Here we go. Here we go.
Give Joe some time, like let him work into this. And after qualifying, I was like, see, like we just need to be patient here because I don't think he shouldn't be expected to be amazing right now. It's not fair. I didn't think it was fair to expect the world from him. And qualifying kind of backed that up. And then Justin's quote was this week, it wouldn't shock me if he got the whole shot and ran away with the race. And he damn near did it. So good call, Justin Brayton, because I was not on board that train.
How's that Lux Turner call coming from JB10?
Great. He's showing flashes.
I talked to a source deep in Honda, and they were hoping for a top 5. Yep. So, good job. Now, does Davies beat him straight up? Probably, but who cares? Whatever. His first turn crash, as we'll get to, but still a really good job by Joe Shimoda. I thought their military was the best look. The Honda was. You guys with me on that?
I think the bikes were, yes.
Yeah, bikes were. Yeah.
Bikes were. Like especially Hunters with the red plate. That really, and that's not something you could plan for, but that to me put it over the top.
I thought Cooper Webb had lit kit with the fighter jet suit.
That was awesome.
In opening ceremonies.
He had to take it off. Wow. He was like freaking out because he couldn't breathe. Like the helmet part.
The mask. Yeah.
I asked Peanut after because he was like, I was down right next to them when they were waiting, and he put it on, put the clipped on, and then he was like freaking out and like had help me take it off, help me. And I was like, I asked Peanut, I'm like, what is happening? He's like, you can't hear anything. That thing is like noise proof or whatever. Can't hear his bike.
So that was a real helmet,
I guess, because it was like soundproof, and then he couldn't breathe at all because it's not hooked up to oxygen. So it was well intended, but I don't think it was as smooth as they were.
Imagine if he just passed out there, just fell off the bike. Salute to the military. He just falls over. Screw Peanut because he gave the Pony Pod guy a complete clutch that I've been wanting. So screw Peanut, by the way. But I don't know anything about this Pony
Pod. I don't know
Pod.
what that means.
But I've been trying to get this clutch for my bike. Clutch.
Oh,
a clutch.
Oh yeah. I thought you wanted
complete
brakes.
Clutch.
Was it brakes or clutch?
No, clutch.
Okay.
I don't need brakes, dude. Look at me ride. I'm fast.
He told me Darkside said it was Brembo brakes.
Exactly. That's why no one should listen to the Pony Pod because that idiot doesn't know the difference. Okay. So Pierce Brown, good job. Awesome. That's cool. Pierce is a good dude. I don't know whether you people on TV should, like, he won Vegas SMX. Then I heard a lot about like his first career win. But yet you guys are always saying the SMX races count and they're world championships and we have banner raising ceremonies and shit. So like, why am I seeing first professional win on
who said it was
Supercross?
first professional win?
I'm seeing it on Supercross Social, like first Supercross win or whatever.
Well,
like,
it is his first Supercross win.
I don't know.
All right. Well, Hunter Lawrence, then no big deal. He won Houston. He's won many professional races before, so I guess it doesn't mean anything.
No, it's just the way I saw it worded was weird. And I'm like, wait, he won Vegas SMX. Like,
yeah. I mean, to me, it was first super, which didn't even occur to me until about halfway through. I was so big on the 1 year later. He was leading last year and got hurt. And then about halfway through, I'm like, wait, beyond that, he actually hasn't ever won one. In Supercross.
His last podium was 22? Something crazy? 23?
Something crazy. Yeah,
like
I remember.
Supercross?
Wasn't there a Foxborough race that he led for a while before he ended up winning?
You just worry about Thrasher stats. You just worry about Thrasher stats.
Oh my gosh.
Daxton Bennick, this is bizarre. Awesome and bizarre. On the podium, 3 years in a row at the opener. Okay, like JT, you mentioned the bubble wrap, so that's where we're at. Like he's just, if he gets hurt again, holy shit.
He said he's considering not riding this week.
Dude, it's a crazy stat. The kid has Nate Thrasher like vault results, except like on a mini scale. Yeah.
Yep.
He wasn't flying at the test track Canada in the off season. Heard that from a couple people. So
yeah, you did. You were running into that.
Seth Hammaker 4th. I talked to Seth after the race and he said it was okay. Like the opener, wanted to get on the box or whatever, but like it is what it is. He's lucky he didn't go down that first turn watching that thing back. Davies decided to just go straight and they locked bars and so Seth got lucky there. And then the 4th is the 4th. I mean, he kind of just,
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Didn't you kind of think he was going to catch those guys? I thought he was going to get in the fight and he just never,
I think I called him for the win.
Yeah. I kept waiting. I'm like, okay, he's going to get there. He's going to get there and just never did. So yeah, that surprised me. I thought he would be in there.
What's weird? He was like that last year at Tampa. We heard a lot of hype. He's at the dog pound. He's going to be great. Really wasn't that good. And he fixed it. So I don't know. Maybe he's the exact opposite of Bennick now that I think about it.
You just got to avoid, he's got to avoid Detroit problems. Detroit has been really bad for Seth Hammaker. So he needs
bad chicken.
Bad chicken. He really needs to be mindful of this championship when we go to Michigan.
And if he's got balls out in Detroit, we got problems. Like that's going to be too weird. But so yeah, I don't think he was too stoked, but also not angry either. Like just like, we'll take it 4th and move on for Seth Hammaker. Said he only had about a month training camp as opposed to usually a couple months. So he's only had a month. So
he never touched his bike until December.
Yeah. Cole Davies last to 5th. We mentioned first turn crash. He's got to calm that down because he was everybody's pick to win. He's really fast and he will win races on the East Coast. There's no doubt. So good job, Cole Davies, to come from last to 5th. It wouldn't surprise me to see him take off with a win this weekend in Daytona. Yeah,
very, very fast.
He's fast. Drew Adams 6th. Drew was happy with his race at the end of the night. Said that was all right for him. He had a broken scapula in the off season. Yeah, I thought it was minor. I thought it was like a minor thing, but
yeah, it's always downplay. Downplay
totally.
Deny is always always the game.
Right.
Yeah, same thing. I interviewed him on Wednesday, and I was like, that's totally what I was going in, thinking it was a minor hiccup. And then he said broken scapula, and I'm like, whoa, what?
Yeah,
he said he did it in the same
camp, as we all do, and it was we had a little setback, and I was like, oh boy, like I know better than that. I know better than that phrasing.
He did it the same day as Joe. Joe or Jet?
Joe.
I think.
Didn't he say that they basically?
I think it was Jet.
I don't know. I thought he said Joe.
I thought he said Joe.
I take it back.
But he said as soon as the ambulance left or the helicopter left with Joe, he went out for one more moto and crashed.
Yeah, that's
crazy, man.
That'd be totally true.
Bad day.
Crazy.
Cody Schock 7th, number 22. Still a little weird for me to look at there. No Freddy, but now we got Cody Schock. Simonson 8th. Good job for Simonson. He was hoping to get a top 10.
He looked great all day.
Yeah, he looked really good all day. He's got a respectable haircut and everything. He's a Pulpmx athlete also. He's on a sticker deal with us.
Oh.
So, yep.
He deserves a lot of credit. He's come out of nowhere, man. Like seriously,
Yeah.
He was back row of the pit's privateer life, and he is a really good rider now.
Yeah, he let me cut his hair. Remember to get into the race?
Oh, I remember. We put it on TV, man.
Yeah.
I don't want you to turn us into something, but why am I even bringing this up? Why am I doing this? Weren't you pushing them to sign him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why did I do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why did I just do that?
I don't know why you did that, but
also
I was the one
on TV cut his hair. Like you're mentioned.
Yeah, but that's all. That's just for the race. That's like, I mean, that's just. I want to get another mention that's like organic, not not.
I heard
bought and
Diff
paid
mention
for.
Pulp during the bobsled of the Olympics last night.
So
just threw that in.
Yeah, I was yelling about them not signing him because he was there working hard and doing the whole schools, but had no ride. And then it was my race tech rant, and Mike B was all worried about it or something. Said don't worry about it, don't worry about it. And I was like, you got to give him a ride. Because I felt like they were kind of jerking him around a little bit. Like he was there riding, doing all the programs, doing all the gym work. And they were like, yeah, we don't know. And I'm like, yeah, man, don't do that. But it paid off because they signed him.
I think they were dealing with a few issues at the time.
No, before all the issues. This was like in the summer. Yeah. But yeah, good job, Devin Simonson. Colin Park, 9th. He was all right with the night. Like to be a little bit better. He was on the board in qualifying, which he said he's never on the board for qualifying, which I would agree with. So Colin was like 4-5. His face was on the board. So
his heat was really good. Like he was, like not giving an
inch. He's right there. No.
Guys in the heat.
Evan Ferry, the big 1-5. Either one of you talked to the big 1-5?
I did. Yeah. I
did
not see Timmy.
Thank you.
I talked to his entire family, and I talked to
I said
Evan.
the big 1-5. You said you didn't. I said, did you talk to the big 1-5?
You said Evan
yes, but
Ferry.
then I said, did either one of you talk to the big 1-5?
I understand, but I thought you mentioned, was I talking to Evan or not? I didn't even see Timmy all day.
So the guy that helped you massively in your career.
I didn't see him.
No. I went over to the truck, man.
I talked to his wife. I talked to his mother-in-law. Okay. I talked to his father-in-law. Okay. I talked to Andy Harrington. I talked to Andy Harrington's wife. I talked to Evan, and I talked to Bex. I'm sorry that I didn't see Timmy.
No, that's fine. That's fine. You're good. You're fine. That's everybody. That's everybody except for Timmy. But I didn't talk to Norma or Tony. I didn't see them. So
good to know that Andy Harrington is now considered part of the family. See that, Steve?
Yeah. No, he is. I talked to Andy and Dave Castillo. Also, he was out there.
I talked to Dave also. Yep.
Yeah, I saw Dave.
Yep. Dave's a legend. Andy's not, but Dave is. Yeah. But Evan was there, and he didn't make the main, but he got through the night. He crashed hard. I'm like, oh God, no. But he got up and rode off in the heat. So
I think he had a chance. Honestly, I do in the LCQ, but he started last, so it was over.
Yes,
before it started.
No, he came in good. Like I'm like, oh boy, from the outside.
Yeah,
but then he got boxed out.
Sorry,
yeah,
I didn't see that.
It didn't look good in the whoops. Gavin Towers also not good. Sweet Jesus, Gavin Towers.
Jeez.
At the end of the night in the LCQ, the last lap, he just went around them. He just went Jeff Alessi right around them to get to the finish. Like, nope, no moss. Gavin Towers right around them. But yeah, good to see Evan and Timmy at the race. So Timmy Ferry, third. I think we got third in Dallas one year. 03, JT.
I
feel like we got third in Dallas.
03 Dallas well, but I don't remember. What Timmy got.
Remember 05 Dallas when Stu made his return?
Yes.
And he had to, and they couldn't let him ride unseated practice. Hey man, he's going to kill someone. We just got to move him up. We're sorry, everybody. Yes. Okay. Kyle Peters Weege. Yeah. Kyle Peters 10th. I did not know KP was even racing.
It is kind of fun when the East begins because guys, dude, at one point we're watching qualifying and RC is like, who's 39? And I'm like, oh yeah, it's Valentin Guillot racing Suzuki. Yeah. So same thing with Peters. Like you just never know sometimes.
No.
He's getting some help. Like he's not on the club team at all, but he's ridden a club like forever.
He's got motors from them, I think, or something.
And they help. Yeah. They basically told me, Mike B told me, he's like, if he needs something, we'll try to get him. He's not on the team, but longtime friend of the squad. So
the Kyle Peters Phoenix, finally, the Phoenix has not risen anymore for Kyle Peters. It's
no arena cross.
Years of that.
No arena
right.
Yeah.
But KP's going to KP, man. He's just going to get 10th. Like I would, he's had a lot of injuries. He's missed a lot of time. But
The
Kyle, good job.
all-time king of 7 to 10 in 250 East.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
all-time king of 7 to 10th place finishes.
Yeah. And remember when Bobby fired after 1 year and I was upset?
Yeah, that team turned out.
Yep.
Turned out okay. That Star Racing team.
Yep.
Actually, you're the guy that you were complaining that they did keep and didn't keep Peters. He's downstairs in your living room right now.
Germa?
Who's that?
Yeah,
Germa.
Yeah, they got this Jeremy Martin guy, but KP couldn't stick around.
Amateur guy.
Yep.
No, that's those timelines are not correct.
No, 100% they are.
It was. I've heard this story before.
Yeah, because remember J Mart didn't make the main in his first debut?
Yep.
He's just
and then you pointed out that KP was ahead of him in points.
Yep.
Okay. That sounds like something I would do.
Yes.
I went to see Guillaume the other night because I like Guillaume.
Oh, Guillaume's awesome.
And I went over there and I think he thought I wanted to interview him because I had my recorder and my microphone and he like held out his hand. And I'm like, no interview. Just,
that's not
how
nice.
are you? Well, he didn't make the main. So like, yeah, just, that's what Kiefer does. I would have
liked to have known why he had a tough time.
Not happy with his bike, needs a bit more power. He got landed on. He's actually really like, he's a little shook on why he was this bad. He's shook. He did not think it would go this poorly.
I didn't either.
So we'll see.
I thought he would
right.
Yeah.
Thrasher 11th, again, first turn crash.
Never
Dudney,
gotten a top 10 in the opening round.
Never.
Let's not say that there, JT.
Oh, really? Well, I'm just repeating.
I thought JT was kidding right now. I thought JT was kidding.
What you guys said.
I mean, yes. Why don't you just say you were being sarcastic? That would be much better.
I'm not being sarcastic. I'm just repeating what you guys said. Is all I have to say.
Well, that is unfortunate that stuck, and I'm sure not the only one that remembers it. Nate Thrasher himself probably remembers it because I was told after the show, "Oops, that was an incorrect stat."
Oh no.
He got 8th at the opener last year. Now, the point still stands that he always struggles at the opener. But the stat is incorrect, and I feel bad about that. I believe that's the first time I've ever had that happen, where one of the stats is just straight up wrong.
Man, I was assigning the wrong fathers to people last night.
I wasn't even going to bring that up.
You can't do that, dude.
I didn't mean to. Like, you think I did
bring that up?
There was like
but
7
like, bro, Mickey Kessler's like royalty.
My bad.
He's a legend.
He is.
Clearly, I didn't mean to do it.
I know, but I just can't believe you thought Jace Kessler was Mickey's kid.
I don't know. There's like 10 sons of racers in that LCQ, man. I just got carried away.
Yeah, Hand, Niece. Remember that one?
Ferry, Niece, Hand. Who else was in there? There were more.
Do you remember?
What's amazing is this group, by the way, every single guy in the 250 LCQ, JT raced against his dad or was a teammate or both with the dad of every rider in that LCQ. That was amazing how that worked out.
Do you remember we talked about one time if the kid gets injured, the dad has to come down and race for the kid? It was a joke one time. The hands and Niece.
Yes.
Here comes Jim Niece.
Yeah.
You know,
or Timmy. We got Timmy.
Well, my point being, Timmy would be the fastest one.
Wow. You're hoping for this.
Yeah, I am.
That's great.
Dudney.
Somebody told me that Niece, I'm not joking. I believe I have this right. Niece and Han, the dads, raced a team vintage race last weekend, by the way, as a team together as partners.
Wow.
Incredible.
I believe it. All we need is, does Jim Chester have a kid? Because, man, if Chester's kid, that would be
too young.
That'd be amazing. All right. I gave Will Hahn shit for you, Weege, because the Dudney thing, where you specifically said, are any of these guys turning pro? He said no. But I guess it happened on Monday afternoon.
Only because
typical
it's
Star Racing.
Star Racing, we can.
Yes.
He told me at Seattle, none of the SMX Next kids will be racing 250 East. That is not happening for sure. Then on Monday, Dudney pops up on the entry list. I text Will a long time before he responds. And I'm like, I got him now. But he said, honestly, we did not. It was literally Monday when we kind of knew about it. Now, the team actually told Will, you guys will freaking love this. Did you hear this story, JT?
No.
Will Christian asked Dudney, when did you find out? And he said, I'm watching the race on TV last week in Seattle. And Bobby Regan calls me and says, you're racing. Just sitting there watching the race.
Yep.
And Bobby says, you're racing next weekend.
I like it.
And then the team was like, oh okay.
Sounds about
So
right.
this wasn't a team decision. This was just all Bobby.
Are you surprised? Yes, and are you surprised?
No. And no.
Is it possible that
There you
Bobby
go.
meant to? Is it possible that Bobby meant to call another kid though and dialed the
Who
wrong one?
knows, man?
Nah, man. Dudley looks great.
He did.
What did Will tell us on track walk? He's like, well, I got to make sure there's even room to like get him entered. Like, can we enter
Yeah.
him? Yeah.
Yeah.
But he did crush it. Good point. He was
Yeah, he
good.
rode
He was
good.
good.
Yeah, like, dude, this weekend we could have Davies, Brown, Thrasher on the podium. 1, 2, 3. Like they all rode really good. Everybody from Star looked good.
I better check on the Thrasher round 2 stats.
Yeah. Okay. Brighton Carroll, Pulpmx's own Brighton Carroll. We got him up to
that
do
was another dad son one.
Yeah, another dad.
Yeah.
He wore the American cape, I believe.
Yep.
The dad.
The dad did, yeah.
Yep.
Another Jersey legend, like Mickey
Brian,
Kessler.
right?
Yeah.
That was his name was
Jersey legend. He made his main event. He's also a Pulpmx guy. Jalik Swole, while Triumph showed up. So that's good. Marshall Welton's radiator broke on the first turn crash. And Clout was a little bit of a disappointment. I had him in fantasy. Qualified, I think, P6. And as Brayton said, it was probably just a clean track because I was wondering where that P6 speed was for Clout on a PRMX bike. He'd only ridden it a few times, though, so he should get better.
I love the B group. Same thing. We had segment times for that triple quad section. And who was fastest through there? Freddy Noren, third fastest 450 rider in qualifying through there. And I'm like, Freddy? And I'm like, oh, wait. Yeah. B group. Perfect.
The wheels have come off the Fred Noren bandwagon. The wheels are gone.
Why would that be faster?
Yeah, Weege. The B group's after the A group.
Oh, that's right. 450 goes the other way around.
Yeah.
Why would that work that way?
So Freddie's just got raw speed.
Yeah, just incredible.
Worst track. Worst track.
No goggles. Well, not goggles. He's got goggles, but they're
special goggles. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, my bad, Freddie. You earned it, man.
But Freddie is a shell of what he used to be. I don't know what is going on with Freddie. I'm a Fred fan.
We've regressed.
I'm the one who termed Fast Freddie.
He's pretty old, though. Do you think it's just an age thing?
I don't know, man.
It happens. It does happen.
Well, it's sad. It's sad right now. I don't want Freddie going out like this. He's got to get better. He's better than this. Like I'm watching dudes pass him.
How old is
and I'm just like, I don't know, man. Actually, wait. He's really old because he started racing it. His vault goes back to 2017 or something.
Yeah, and his
20. No, sorry, 20.
No, not 2017.
2007. His vault. What is his vault go? Hold on.
But I was going to say 09.
He's up there in all-time starts also, which is like what I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm.
I forget the year. Weege, I get mixed up with the years.
Clearly.
He's got to be 33 at least.
2011. 2011.
I honestly thought it was longer than that. Wow.
Yeah.
If you're on the internet, just Google how old is Freddy Noren. He's got to be 30.
Folks probably don't even know this, but we have a deep rider bio database on Racer X.
33. He's 33.
Oh, that was a good guess.
Well,
solid.
What's Tomac doing though? Tomac's 33.
Well, that's freaking Eli Tomac, man. You want to compare Freddy Noren to he's got to live up to Eli Tomac standards now?
I don't know, man. I just want Freddie to be better. That's all. This is like watching Rocky in Rocky 5 beat the guy up in the alley. I just don't want to see that anymore.
I mean, 33 is when it all came apart for me.
What happened? Yeah. Okay. All right. That's Dallas. I anxiously await to see AMA somehow talk about this 450 Red Cross flag. I don't know how it's going to happen, but we'll see. So, thanks to Fly Racing. And subscribe to Racer X, by the way, Racer X Magazine. Did an interview
Give it away Scott goggles right now. Free gogs if you subscribe. Yeah, it's a great deal.
Shout out Johnny Knowles. Kind of.
Great guy.
I don't know if that's how it works.
Yeah, we do love John Knowles, no doubt.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Maxxis, Renthal, OnX Maps, Motorsport.com, FlyRacing.com. Use code Pulpmx when you're checking out. Thanks to Anton for putting this thing together. And we're on to Daytona, where my friend Frank has already emailed me the presidential suites. RSVP to the president's suites. Thank you, Frank. Ice
Best race of
cream,
the year?
tri-tip, shrimp. Cannot wait.
Best
Great
race of the year?
Best race of the year.
Oh,
Love
my
Daytona.
gosh. Oh,
Love Daytona. My friend
gosh.
Frank.
It's ridiculous.
Remember, people, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Remember. All right. JT, Weege. Thanks, boys.
Bye.